Hello and welcome. Welcome. Glad to have you aboard. My name is Mike Collins and I'm the founder of RehabHardMoney.com. We are real estate lenders in the state of Florida. I've been doing that a decade or so, and over the last few years we've been helping other lenders do the same thing and helping a lot of borrowers get a lot of hard money, as you'll see. I like to call these things my fireside chat. Although there's no fire, and we're just going to chat a little bit. But there's going to be quite a bit of information here, so get out a pen and a clean sheet of paper, and let's get ready to take down some notes here about hard money. Hard money is pretty exciting these days, or getting more exciting anyway. It's been through its ups and downs. So anyway. A little housekeeping I've got here. If you are a hard money lender and you are interested in getting involved with us, you're welcome to listen and send me your emails. I'm actually looking for a few new members of our network. So if you are a hard money lender, go to reiwire.com/lender and fill out the form, and we will refer some business your way. We are the largest referral network in the country, and let me be clear, a lot of people send me emails and say no, we're not. In the single family home rehab industry, in the business of people buying and selling, fixing up and reselling or renting single family homes, we are the largest referral network in the country. A lot of knockoffs and whatever, but so if you're a lender, head over to reiwire.com. Matter of fact, I'm looking to interview a few lenders in their areas, tell us about what's going on in their area, what they're seeing, and that kind of thing. So please don't hesitate to go on over there if you're a lender. Again, you're welcome to listen. I don't think you're going to learn a lot if you're already a lender, but I'd love your feedback as well. So head on over there, okay? Just real quick about me so you know who's talking to you. I've been a full-time real estate investor for over 25 years. It's really the only job I've ever had as an adult. I got out of college and came to Florida and worked in restaurants, same way I got through college. But during the day, I got a real estate license and a mortgage or real estate broker's license, but I never really did the selling house thing. I always was an investor. So it kind of went through the ranks, if you will. A licensed lender in the state. Our company is a licensed lender in the state of Florida. And Rehab Hard Money, myself and Dave Dennis founded Rehab Hard Money about, and my partner Charles, about 6 years ago now. And we've generated, along with our other websites, leads for real estate investors of over 1 million different types of leads for properties, hard money borrowers, hard money lenders. So we're very familiar with hard money and how it works and what it's gone through in the last, say, few years of the boom and the bust and the collapse and whatever. It's kind of a phoenix rising from the ashes at this point. It's the new way money's going to move, I believe. I think it's actually the next slide. There it is. It's true. Hard money is going to lead the real estate recovery. There's just no other way that this is going to happen. Everybody is sitting around trying to figure out how to survive and keep their business alive, and bankers and lenders and what have you. But hard money lenders are still kind of phoenix rising from the ashes, the ones that are still alive or new incarnation of their old business. They understand that, you know, the things are a little bit different. People aren't maybe buying and flipping so much. They're buying for rental appreciation and cash flow or whatever, but there's deep discounts to be had, and the banks are not playing, and property is still moving. It's just moving through a different financing source. I like this little cartoon. Banks are not lending to real estate investors, but as I mentioned, hard money lenders are. I want you to imagine, you know, you're going to spend a little bit of time with me. I'm a big proponent of personal development, of getting your head straight first before you go on driving your vehicle, which is real estate investing. So I want you to kind of imagine what you would do if you were an all-cash buyer in this marketplace. I mean, think about this marketplace, guys. I mean, I know in your town is the same as my town that there are deals just everywhere. I mean, deals everywhere, and it's 50 cents on the dollar stuff and less, 40 cents on the dollar, 30 cents, great quality rentals, rehabs, and that kind of stuff too. A little bit longer hold time to sell them, but there's just deals everywhere, okay? And if you had an unlimited amount of funds for your deals, meaning you were essentially a cash buyer for everything you could see out there, okay? I want you to just kind of think about what situation you would find yourself in if that were the case, all right? And also, if you had an experienced investor checking out all of your deals. So you had somebody to kind of review every deal that you thought was a deal. What I find in real estate investing is that everybody has this idea of what a deal is, and for the most part, let's be honest, gang, they're kind of wrong, okay? So they're not, they don't understand, exactly what a deep discount real estate deal is, and I don't want you to make that mistake, okay? I don't want you to be one of those persons who makes the mistake that, that you got a deal you thought was a deal, or your cousin thought was a deal, or the guy at the grocery store thought was a deal. I want you guys to get real deals, okay? Yeah, I've been mentioning it right along. The deals out there are just unbelievable. I mean, 40 cents on the dollar, 50 cents on the dollar is not unrealistic. Great rentals, great fix-ups, that kind of stuff. I'll just show you a little bit about what hard money has done for me. I've done over 800 real estate deals, 800 real estate transactions. A great majority of them were facilitated by hard money, okay, meaning my buyers. I've primarily been a wholesaler my whole life. My partner is more of the hard money lender. He's that's how we met, and we have rentals now together, and he's we're hard money lenders in the state of Florida. But over 800 real estate transactions were facilitated by hard money because a lot of the people I had didn't write a check. Some of them, a lot of them got hard money. So hard money, what it's done for me, just real quick. I mean, I want you guys to kind of go on this little trip, this fantasy with me, if you will. Most of my life now, I travel most of the year. I live over 6 months of the year in Manila, the Philippines. That's Boracay, one of the most beautiful beaches in the world, in the Philippines. My kids go to good schools. That's the Golden Dome of Notre Dame. I don't have one, but I have 2 children at the University of Notre Dame. And really, hard money and understanding how the financing of investment real estate has, facilitated this kind of true freedom, to be honest with you. I don't go to a job anywhere. I haven't really had a job in my entire adult life. It's always been the buying and selling, financing of real estate, and that's been my job. I mean, obviously it was a business, but I was always the boss. So time freedom, no hamster wheel. And I want you to kind of imagine, again, I'm going to go through this exercise. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but if you're not, you need to look it up on Amazon right now and buy it, with the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And Think and Grow Rich is like the entrepreneur's Bible, and it was essentially Firestone and Ford and Edison and all, Morgan and all the captains of industry were interviewed, and they, the Napoleon Hill was literally financed by, I think, Carnegie, and he went out and he asked all these folks. Took him a couple of years to write this book, and he asked them how, they grew their business, and every one of them said they had a great mental picture of what their business and what the opportunities in cars and tires and electricity was, and so. believe me, this is the foundation of that book. So if this is something that, you know, it's a little bit weird for you, then please just have an open mind and go with it for me, because I think you'll kind of understand better how wealthy people end up that way. It was first a beautiful vision in their mind. So tell me exactly, or you want to like think exactly what house you'd live in. Okay, is that a house that you would like to live in? I know you've probably got it picked out even in your town or whatever. Pick the house out in your mind. Move in your mind, literally. Okay, seriously, move in your mind. And what kind of car would you drive? All right, one of those right there, or something a little more practical maybe, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Think about the car that you would drive, all right? And where would you go on vacation? Paris or a Caribbean island or whatever. Just think about it right now. I mean, a cruise. Would you help your church? Would you go on a mission trip, that kind of thing? Would you live simply and just have freedom so you didn't have to go to a job so you could raise your children? Whatever it would be, I want your vision of the future, your vision of what your life would be like. I want you to think about that. If you had access to all the money you could spend on real estate and you could accumulate your own portfolio, or you could buy and sell, whatever, okay? All right, now I'm going to ask you a favor, okay? I'm going to indulge me and bear with me a little bit, all right? And I want you to look at this topic a little bit differently, all right? I want you to get out your piece of paper now and get ready to write. We're going to go through this. This is not going to be that long. I found that my trainings are people write in and they want them a little shorter. They got kids to put to bed and what have you, or whatever time of day it is. The different things that they have to do with their life, and I really appreciate you guys being on. But I want you to look at this in a different way. Okay, the topic is about hard money. We're going to have a lot of hard information about it. But I want you to look at it in a different way, all right? I'm going to throw you a little curveball here, all right? I want you to use this information for yourself, okay? But I also want you to, I want to use it for your buyers first, okay? Meaning, I'm going to explain it, okay? I want you to, again, we're making a little bit of a reframe here. I mean, we're going to be like, I'm trying to get the folks who really understand what they're doing or what they want to do in life. They've kind of got a good vision of it. I want to give you the vehicle, all right? So I want you to think about that, all right? Let me explain now. If you're experienced, don't worry about this, all right? But if you're kind of new, when I say new, I mean if you haven't done 10 wholesale flips, or if you haven't bought and sold 10 rentals or rehabs, then you need to listen to this. Even if you've got that kind of experience and you've done 5 or 10, I want you to take a look at this the way that I'm going to explain it, all right? So I want you to do at least 10 wholesale deals first, okay? I want you to do 10 wholesale deals before you sign your name to a loan, all right? Before you sign your name to an agreement to repay a loan in any way, shape, or form, wherever you get it from, your granny or your cousin or your bank or your line of credit, wherever you get it, I want you to know the values in your area, okay? I want you to know what a real deal is, okay? And you can't know what a real deal is unless you're out there actually doing the deal, all right? Before you sign your name to the deal, okay? You're not only finding the house, okay? Now think of it this way. You're not only finding the house, but you're delivering the house and the transaction with the loan in place. All right, think of it that way. Think of yourself delivering this transaction. You're the one that found it. You're the one that set it up. You're the one that got it under contract. And then you deliver it to a buyer or a landlord with the loan in place, okay, the hard money loan in place. Think of that little curveball, that little reframe of this entire training, okay? And you'll see why in a little bit when I explain more, right? So, and after you learn values in your area, okay, after you learn the values in your area, this is putting the cart, the horse before the cart. Most people rush into this thing and they buy a bunch of rental properties and they try and do a rehab before they really even understand what a deep, deep discount is in real estate. And only then should you get that kind of loan, all right? I'm trying to make you and keep you guys safe, all right? I'm trying to get you guys to the point where you are so consciously competent, you are confident of your abilities to know what a real deal is in your neighborhood. And here's the thing, guys. I always like to tell people I would like to deliver them a Kelley Blue Book. You know what that is? It's the car thing. It's where they tell all the values and prices of cars. And they literally do it by area, by zip code and stuff online, because they're literally cars are worth different amounts all over. Well, what you get paid for, both in hard money lending and when you're out there doing real estate, is you get paid to understand what the values of the properties are. That's discount, deep wholesale values. Anybody can tell you the retail value of a house, guys. I mean, your real estate broker or Zillow or RealQuest, anybody can tell you, okay? So you need to do it first, find out the values, all right? So why do I say this, all right? How do I know this? Because I did it backwards at first, okay? I did it bass-ackwards, okay? I literally went out and rushed out and bought 16 houses and had 2 kids, twins, and I literally couldn't afford diapers. I tell this story where I had a flip. I first finally got involved in wholesaling houses, and I had to run out and I had to empty my penny jar to collect the money to get the gas to go down and pick up a $3,000 assignment fee, all right? So I understand where you are, and I've done this before. And if you go out and try and do a rehab and try and do a rental and do this, now you're like 2 years into the game and you still know nothing about the values of the real estate in your area. That's the golden key to the golden lock, and that is what it's all about, the values of the area. And believe me, the hard money lenders will tell you exactly the same thing, all right? All right, a couple of traps that are going to keep you out of the game, all right? One, information, all right? One is information. If you don't have, and values is one of the big ones, information about rehab costs and loan costs and closing costs and every other cost out there, and information about your marketplace, mostly gathered by being in the field, being out there, okay? One of the reasons that information in real estate is so important and so valuable is because it changes everywhere, okay? I would be, and you'll see how I support the local hard money lenders in a few minutes, but I would be like lying to you if I could tell you, literally in most towns, you can go across the street and the values change, go across an interstate or a set of railroad tracks, and all of a sudden the same houses that were built by the same developers are 20% less, okay? And without that kind of information, you're going to be knocked right out of the game early on, all right? And the second one is that you don't know anyone, all right? Not knowing anybody, it's the old rule, it's not who you know, it's what you know, it's who you know kind of thing. And I'm going to show you how to work with those kind of folks going in, so that you look like an expert in the deal, all right? You look like a professional. You understand the business and the marketplace, all right? All right, so this literally could be the turning point in your life. If you're excited about real estate and what I believe is the biggest opportunity in our lifetime, and I got a few gray hairs, and I literally lived through the savings and loan bailout, okay? And it was not as good an opportunity as we have in front of us today. But in order to take advantage of it, you got to have cash. You can't get these deep discount real estate properties for, with your good looks or your credit cards. And all those gurus who tell you can buy stuff on credit cards and all that other stuff. It's just a bunch of bunk. You really need to have some cashola. You need to have some hard money to buy these properties, especially from banks, especially from lending institutions. They're not going to put up with any kind of shenanigans, okay? You really got to have the cash, all right? So this can be a turning point in your life. So let's get started, all right? I've been mentioning right along, I have this little tick, like a poker tell. Don't even know I do it, but I say occasionally, write this down. When I listen to these things or re-listen to them, I don't even realize I say it, but apparently, if you look at them, I say it when it's really important. So if you got a pen out or if you got a Word document open, if I say write this down, please write it down. Now, it's right there on the screen for you, but please, it's called a feedback loop, all right, meaning you write down things that strike you, that you feel important, and then I reinforce it with write this down or whatever, so get ready. Let's write, all right? All right, let's get into some hard money information, and for all you guys that who are pros a little bit or a little experienced, thanks for bearing with us. All right, let's talk about interest rates. Let me grab a little quick glass of water here. The biggest stumbling block, or it seems that people, stumbling block that people come across when they start to first look into hard money is the interest rates are crazy. It looks crazy, like right now the interest rate's what, 5, 6, whatever. It's low, and to buy a house, a regular house. But I mean, to get hard money to do a rehab, the interest rates start at like 10, 11, 12. Okay, that's where they start, and some of them go up as high as 18%. 16, 15, 16, 17%. Now they've come down a little bit. They used to be in the 18% around here, and then it came to kind of 15%, and now it's, average probably hovers in the 12 to 16 range. That's 16% interest, okay? All right, 16% interest. Now let me go through a couple things to make sure you understand why I say don't worry about it. When it's 16% interest or 15% interest or 12% interest, it's not per month, it's per year, okay? It's still amortized over a year period, okay? And the beauty of hard money, usually it's only out for 3 to 6 months, or sometimes less, but it's only out for a short period of time. You have to consider it a cost of doing business, all right? You have to look at it in a way that you understand that first of all, don't worry about them, okay? And second of all, you have to look at it this way. You have to look at this is a cost of doing business. You're a newer person. You don't have either private money lined up or your own cash or what have you. So you're a new person, and you're looking to make a deal, and the only part of the transaction that you've got to get really good at is finding a great deal. Write that down, okay? The only part that you've got to get really good at is you've got to be able to find a good deal, all right? Think of it this way, gang. Think of, now I want to be perfectly clear because of the hard money lenders that stayed on to listen with us are going to email me all day, all night. These guys are going to literally co-sign, not co-sign your loan, okay? They're going to co-sign your estimate of value in that property. Okay, so let's take a story. You go out and you get talk with a seller, and you get something under contract. And then you bring it either for yourself or your buyer you're going to flip it to. You bring that deal to a hard money lender. What are you going to learn through every single transaction, okay? All right, what are you going to learn every interaction, I should say? The hard money lender is going to say, that is not a deal, okay? You're way high on your price. There's way too much fix-up, and it's in the wrong part of town, and we don't lend over there, okay? So basically, you've got an expert in your marketplace telling you exactly what the values are on the property, both for you and for your your buyers if you're going to wholesale these things, all right? So first of all, for the interest rates, don't worry about them, okay? They're not a stumbling block or a roadblock to a great deal and a great bit of profit, okay? Now, one of the second things, and write this down, get pre-qualified, all right? Let's build a relationship with the hard money lenders. Let's find out what he needs, all right? Or she, okay? Let's find out what they're looking for, all right? Some of them are requiring credit a little bit. Some aren't, all right? I spoke with a brand new person in our network, a hard money lender in the Pennsylvania, New Jersey area just today, and that person, I described what we're describing tonight. Say somebody can buy a house for 40 cents on the dollar, and it needs some fix-up, and then they've got the closing costs and the points and all that kind of stuff. And I asked him, if my people or I could bring you that deal, would you lend them 100% and even the fix-up money? He said, absolutely. Okay, so it's all different, and you need to know what it is. All right, they can be very flexible. Okay, your local hard money lenders. All right. All right. One of the things that I'm very passionate about is the local hard money lender. That's not to say that some of the national hard money lenders aren't good, but I'm very passionate about the local hard money lenders, all right? I don't want you to be like looking for somebody that's, I don't know, you know, like there are a few left, a few national hard money lenders, and we do have good relationships with them, and some of our people use them, so it's not exclusive, but I really like to see folks go to their local hard money lender, okay? I like to see them get the money from someone who can go out and kick the bricks, who possibly made their money in real estate or represents someone who made their money in real estate, but because it gives you such a leg up, okay? It's dumb money versus smart money. I'm going to go over that in a second, but I want you to get pre-qualified for this. And when you're getting pre-qualified, I want you to think about building a relationship with the folks. Okay, this is going to be a long-term business relationship with a local hard money lender. All right. I want you to get a proof of funds letter from the person. That way you can work on bank properties and even some realtors on just regular seller-held real estate. Some bigger real estate offices, the big RE/MAXs and different ones, they require a proof of funds letter to prove that you're a cash buyer in this transaction, right? And now you are a cash buyer. You are effectively a cash buyer in this transaction, right? You are someone who can write a check for a house. And that kind of power, that kind of, it literally just oozes from you. You can, like, you know, people can sense, both realtors and sellers, you literally sense that you are a cash buyer in today's marketplace. And that is the most powerful place to be in today's market. You want to be a cash buyer, right? And you get the very best deals. One of the things I can tell you after 25 years of buying single-family houses and real estate in general is that the very best deals, and I don't know why, gang, I've always tried to figure this out, but everybody who really sells a great deal just has to go right now. They just waited too long. Maybe it's the repair issue of the roof going to cave in because it's leaking. Maybe it's the taxes. Maybe it's the family's about to split apart if they don't. Whatever it is, there's always some sense of urgency, and you have to act very quickly, okay? Those are the best, deepest discount real estate deals that are out there. And if you're a cash buyer, you can act on those very, very quickly. So, as I've been mentioning right along, build a relationship with your local lender, all right? This is a long-term business relationship, and you don't want to goof it up going in, all right? I've been mentioning national versus local. I don't have anything against the national guys, and we're friends with a lot of them, and we do refer business to them. Sometimes they're the ones that get the deals done. But I want you to kind of understand the power of building relationships in your own community with your local real estate or your local hard money lenders, all right? Because they are essentially the top of the food chain, if you will, for your real estate investing activities in your town. And they can help you a lot. They're local real estate investors. They know lots of real estate investors. They can literally usher you right into this world of real estate investing in your town, okay? And not only that, through their knowledge and through their connections and through their pocketbooks, they can literally write a check and help you get your first couple deals or your 10th deal, your 100th deal. And long-distance lenders and you can be fooled a little bit by bad comparables. Anybody knows that if, part of the the mess that the banks are in right now is that, people were, the money was free and people that were appraising and the people who were responsible for loaning it were not responsible for evaluating it. So what ended up happening was, a lot of bad comparables and it just got to be a mess. But you don't want to be fooled by the bad comps. You want to know the down and dirty truth of the deepest discount you can get, and a local lender is going to help you out with that, all right? Okay, write this down because this is important, all right? What about the crazy fees, all right? This is the thing that, another thing that stopped, the first thing is the interest rates, right? The big giant interest rates. The second thing is what they call points, all right? And points are, I'll show you in a second here. Points are 1% of the loan, upfront points. Write this down. I'll show you how the calculation works, all right? If you're going to borrow $100,000 in a hard money lending situation, there's usually going to be at least 5 points involved. Now a point, write this down, is 1% of the loan balance, all right? The 1%, yeah, 1%, so it's $100,000. 5 points is $5,000, okay? So upfront points are just a reality of this situation, a reality of hard money lending, simply because they, it's a risky loan. It's almost always on a property that is in disrepair and cannot be financed in any other way. So these guys, like I said, they made their money in real estate, but they're also they're very savvy business people, and they're helping you more than you're helping them. They get paid very handsomely for this. Prepayment penalties. Now this is an important one. This can be negotiated away a little bit, and I want you to know what it is, and I want you to understand it so you can look for it and ask about it when you go into these situations for yourself or your buyers, your wholesale buyers. Prepayment penalties means that if you borrow money, sometimes they say, well, you got to have it out for 6 months. Meaning you got to make 6 payments before you can even pay it back. And even if you pay it back in three months, you got to pay the other 3 months, or you got to pay an extra month or something. It's called a prepayment penalty. Now, I don't want you to get signed into that. Most lenders will, even if they have it, will take it off if you request it. Okay, you just say, no, I'm not, I'm going to try and get this fixed in 60 days and sold in 90, 120 days, 4 months at the most. I'm not going to pay you for 6 months interest. So try and avoid prepayment penalties. This is where knowing a little bit helps you with the lender, and it, it shows that you've researched a little bit, and they respect you for that. Okay, and junk fees are the same way. Okay, junk fees are lender's inspection fees, and just kind of crazy stuff that's really not necessary. The thing's going to get appraised. All right, there's an appraisal fee which you'll have to pay. There'll have to be an appraisal in the file of some sort for the lending laws in a lot of states, for a lot of different reasons. Okay, so you definitely need to have an appraisal in the file. But like I told you before, the person responsible for making the decision to loan the money, that person is going to make the decision. It's not going to be any appraiser. It's just that he has to have it to cover his, assets, if you will. And the double-digit interest only is, we've already kind of talked about that. But interest only is a little bit different. I want you guys to realize that these loans very rarely amortize. They're too short anyway, and so there's no pay down on the principal. It's just you're paying the interest on the loan, your interest on the balance that's due. And like I said, it's usually up in the 10, 12, 13, 15% range, at least, percent interest. But it's out only for a very, very short time, okay? It's only out for a very short time, okay? All right. Repair costs included in the loan, all right? This is kind of a big one, all right? Because what happens is sometimes you end up whereby you can get a hard money loan on the property itself, but maybe it needs $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 in fix-up, and you can't, you don't have the money to bear the cost of the fix-up, right? Which is an important part. I mean, you got to get it fixed, or your wholesale buyer does the same thing. You've got to get the property fixed up. You know, you've got to get it back to snuff so you can get financed by a bank or by a government loan situation. So you want to know if the repair costs will be included in the loan, which is a great question to ask your lender if that's possible. A lot of times you can literally leave the closing table with a check. Now people have gotten a little bit more strict on that, different ones. Now I remember the lender I talked to today in Philly and in New Jersey, he'll do it. I mean, there's, you know, we'll do it here in Tampa if it's a good enough deal. So there are lenders out there who will lend you the money and lend you part or all of the fix-up costs. So you can literally walk out of the closing table with a check, go to your bank, deposit it, go to Home Depot and get started, okay? Now some of them have draws. Write that down. Draws, meaning if the property needs a roof, they'll give you enough money for a roof, and then you'll have to get it inspected. And going back to fees a little bit, you may have to pay a little fee to get somebody out there $100 to take a look and see if you actually got the roof on, and then they'll let another bit of the money come out to fix the rest of it. So they may dole it out in small portions, which is called the draw. And again, the inspections and the fees for that, it's hard to get around if you're getting draws, but the most important part, the most important thing you want to learn is that you're going to get, if you get a deep enough discount, get a decent enough deal, then you're going to be able to literally leave the closing table with a check, all right? But it all revolves around what, gang? You can probably tell by now, I may repeat myself a little bit, it all revolves around your ability to go out there and find that great deal, all right? All right, private money versus hard money. Write this one down because this is an important one. Private money versus hard money. A lot of people ask right off the bat, they say, Mike, wouldn't it be better to get private money? And private money has a lot of different connotations or a lot of different incarnations, if you will, a lot of different ways to get it. You can get it from your granny, you can get it from a doctor, or, you know, a business owner, a lawyer, whatever, somebody that's got some money. But private money, at the beginning, I don't advise, all right? Now, if you're experienced already and you kind of, some of the lessons that I've learned or been teaching right now are more basic to you, then maybe private money would be an option. But for the first deals, as I mentioned, I would do 10 either with someone else as a wholesale flipper or wholesaler, or do 10 of your own hard money deals before you got involved in private money, all right? And hard money is private money. Those guys are lending the money of an investor or their own money, okay? But they come with some experience and help to tell you exactly what's what in your town, okay? What's what in your area, right? A private money lender is somebody who's passive, or, you know, like your grandmother or a doctor that you would borrow it from or somebody like that. They're not going to help you in understanding rehab costs or finding a contractor or, getting it financed at the end. They're just, you know, they don't have any of those connections. And that really comes down to what I call smart money versus dumb money, okay? And, you know, in Silicon Valley, this is a very real thing. A lot of people they go with a higher price and literally lose more of their company when they borrow venture capital in Silicon Valley with Google and all that, because they want some smart investors, somebody who's done this before, somebody who has built a company and sold it, somebody who's built a company and gone public. And so they call that smart money versus dumb money, okay? You don't want dumb money in your deals at the beginning, because you're like the blind leading the blind. You got your, your first couple deals and you're saying, you know what, I'm like I'm going to go out and do this deal, and then I'm going to go get some hard money from a, even if you're very savvy and you end up being able to do it, you know, you could be in the transaction and then, you know, not know exactly what you're doing. And please, let the hard money lender help you, all right? And the SEC, if anybody knows what those initials mean, okay, that's the Securities and Exchange Commission. Is that right? Yeah, Securities and Exchange Commission. Or it could be possibly the mortgage banking industry, the mortgage banking regulators in your state. There are, you know, a lot of laws and a lot of rules around private money they have to comply with, literally right down to the dotting your I's and crossing your T's. You got to do it right. So for the first few, please stay with the hard money. A lot of rules and regulations around it. All right. So what's next? I mean, how do we, you know, how does this, how does it all tie together? I mean, how do we get rocking and rolling right now, borrowing hard money, making money with hard money? How does that happen? All right, so let's get started. One of the things that I suggest is our Hard Money Handbook, okay? Hard Money Handbook is a little 28-pager that we put together, kind of defining what hard money is, where to get hard money in this market. It's got a lot of questions that I answer in it, and how to apply for a hard money loan, insider success tips, that kind of thing. So Hard Money Handbook is just an awesome resource for you, and you really need to have it as part of your library, right? Value is about $47 on that, so it's really a good little thing. So I want you to be prepared, all right? I want you to be really prepared. So what we've done is we've literally created some videos whereby about 40 minutes or 50 minutes I go through everything from soup to nuts about hard money, how to find it, what to do with it, you know, literally everything is in there in these videos, all right? You never, like I said earlier, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. These folks, these hard money lenders in your area are your golden ticket to the life and the lifestyle that you want. You know, I want you to go back and imagine again that lifestyle of, you know, whatever car or whatever house you want to live in. The videos help you get to that goal. There's 3 in-depth videos with expert guidance on from a hard money lender, that would be me, and everything you need to get your deals closed very, very quickly. All right. Value on that is $197. All right. Get connected. This is it. This is really why people get involved with us, okay? Because we have been knocking our heads against the wall for the last 3 years trying to find out who's still in business. We've, you know, made thousands of phone calls, worked through thousands of ridiculous old lists, and you've probably all seen them on the internet that lead you nowhere, that leads you to a whatever, a commercial lender or somebody that's not lending anymore, or the phones doesn't ring, or the phone's disconnected. All these folks are phone verified. There's over 400 hard money lenders all over the nation. Every single one of them we've talked to in person, all right? And we add new lenders continuously, always bringing in new lenders. This literally is the phoenix rising from the ashes. This is the people coming back to lead the recovery, and we have them plugged in every single market in the United States, every major market and most smaller markets, okay? And we update the entire list monthly, all right? And you're going to have permanent lifetime access to this hard money directory, all right? Every time we make an update, we email it out, okay? And it's perfect for flipping the out-of-town and out-of-state deals. That thing retails for, if you buy it alone, at $297, right? And really the reason for that is that lifetime access. These things change, you know, and sometimes you need a new lender in your area, right? So let's just recap real quick. The Hard Money Handbook, $47, awesome information. The videos, $197. The Ultimate Hard Money Directory with lifetime updates, $297. Total of $541 total in real world value. But that's not what you're going to pay, obviously. And we got some special bonuses we're going to throw in with all that, all right? This is, remember what I told you, I was going to throw you a little bit of a curveball if you're kind of new, or you want to get involved in this business, that you should really wholesale a few deals. I'm very consistent with this message, okay? And I really believe it because I've seen so many errors, so many literally tragedies where people couldn't pay loans and they couldn't finish rehabs and stuff. I want you to learn the values in your area, okay? This is over 3 hours of advanced wholesaling tactics and techniques caught on video. It's the complete transcript and a downloadable MP3 audio so you can burn CDs for your car. And I suggest that you do the car thing because that's what I'm always listening to in the car, some kind of educational, informational stuff about real estate or whatever. That retails for $297. We sell it on our sites now for $297. Internet bandit signs, one of the most important things in anything you do if you're buying houses is leads, all right? Obviously, with over 1 million different leads generated over the last 6-7 years, we know the internet, and this 9-part, 16-hour video training course will make you an online lead generation expert. And it's literally the exact same techniques that have made us millions and millions of dollars in real estate investing. And it literally, the people are calling you. You guys, your life will literally change when you open your inbox in the morning and there's a deal waiting for you to go look at, okay? Where a seller has filled in their information and they want you to come look at the house instead of you chasing them and doing whatever. We sell that right now for $997, okay? Now hang with me, gang, because I'm going to show you how to get all of this for free, all right? So don't be put off by these prices or anything. I'm going to show you everybody on this line how to get this for 100% free. So don't worry about any of these prices. I'm just going through what we have. Rehabbing for fun and profits. A complete paint-by-number, step-by-step video walks you through the entire house renovation from top to bottom. This, and then there's a detailed cost analysis spreadsheet that breaks down the actual expenses, the profit of the entire project, and the complete transcripts. This is valuable in 2 ways. One, it helps you assess value for your customers if you're going to flip it, and for yourself if you're going to keep it and rehab it. And if you're estimating value, remember my key job 1, estimating value on these properties, you need to know what the repair costs are. And this helps you do that, all right? And also goes through the whole thing. So again, $147. And again, don't be put off. I'm going to show you how to do this all for free. This right here is the ultimate bonus, okay? This is this is my baby. They're starting to call me the REI info guy because we are, providing so much information for people at such reasonable prices that, we've literally become the Walmart of information on real estate and networks, tying people like hard money lenders together. It's over 250 hours of HD real estate investing videos from over 100 of the biggest names in the industry, every niche and topic in real estate investing. New videos every single day, and the beauty for you guys is a members-only forum, okay, where you're in there and people are. A lot of the educators are in there helping our folks out, and we literally pay one of my full-time buyers to be in there, so it's really a good resource for you. 10-day trial of that is $47. That comes free with this. So a quick recap: the Hard Money Handbook, the Hard Money Made Easier Insider Videos, $197. The Ultimate Hard Money Directory, $297. Confessions of a Wholesaler, $297. Internet Bandit Signs retails right now $997. Rehabbing for fun and profit, $147. And a 10-day trial to REI Wired for $47. Real world value, $2,029, okay? For everybody here, no way you're going to pay that kind of money. It's over $2,000 worth of hard money and real estate investing training, and it's literally going to be a steal at $497. But $497, gang, no freaking way. We're not the REI info guys for nothing. For this call only, $47, all right? That's right, $47. That's reiwired.com/47. Again, reiwired.com/47, or just give us a call at 813-425-5022. That's 813-425-5022. Now, Mike, you said you're going to show us how to get this for free. Wait, what's the 47, right? Well, I am going to show you how to get it for free, but I'm going to show you one more bonus before I do, okay? For the first 20 people who know that they want or need that hard money directory, okay, I'm going to give you the Action Taker Super Bonus, all right? And that Action Taker Super Bonus is my signature course, Wholesaling Houses for a Living, all right? And that's literally everything, soup to nuts, over 10 hours of down and dirty flipping training so you understand how to flip houses at a gut level, at a core level, complete nuts and bolts guide to finding, contracting, and flipping residential properties, and a complete, all the complete forms you need. It's like literally a business in a box, okay? All the real estate forms are included. So wholesaling houses for a living for the first 20 people and only the first 20 people, all right? That retails for $197, all right? And we literally just got started with that, but anyway, $197 in digital form. All right, quick review. The Hard Money Handbook, $47. Ultimate Hard Money Made Easy Insider Videos, $197. The Ultimate Hard Money Directory, $297. Confessions of a Wholesaler, $297. Internet Bandit Signs, $997. Rehabbing for Fun and Profit, $147. REI Wired, $47 trial. And Wholesaling Houses for a Living at $197 has $2,226 in real world value. For this call only, $47. All right. Now, head over to reiwired.com/47. That's 813-425-5022. All right. Now, why only $47? It doesn't make any sense. There's too much to give for $47. I'm going to tell you, first of all, I kind of understand that these are tough economic times, all right? And I get emails every single day from people telling me, Mike, could I just get a leg up? Could I just get an assist here? Can I just, we call them scholarships sometimes, and we do occasionally give them out, but I wanted to figure out a way so that no one needed a scholarship. They understood why I was doing this, and I'm going to explain it very clearly here right now. Everything, first of all, is going to be digitally delivered, okay? So there's no cost for me to ship it all out, all right? It's going to be coming right to your desktop. You're going to see it right there. Listen to it, download the things for your car if you want, whatever you want to do, the spreadsheets, you can print them, you can do whatever. You'll have all the information right there at your desktop. So it doesn't cost me anything to deliver them to you. That's one reason. But the main reason, and write this down, okay? Write this down because it's important. We want your loan business, okay? As I told you, we are growing a network of hard money lenders throughout the nation. We are the folks that are literally leading the recovery because every day in Dallas and Phoenix and Denver and Philly and all over the nation, houses are being sold, REOs, bank-owned, seller-held, seller-owned properties are all being sold, and the ones that are selling are the ones with the deepest discount that you guys aren't even seeing, okay? And we want the loan business on that, all right? And we have that. We have the largest hard money network referral network in the nation. And our best customer is an educated customer. The more information I can get to you guys, the more you understand about what wholesaling houses is, what about financing houses in today's environment, in today's marketplace, then the more educated people walk into our friends and referral people in the loan business in all these towns all over the nation, and you understand it's starting to all come together. I can see the wheels turning in your mind. You're already imagining moving into that house, or you're already imagining buying that car, or you're already imagining that vacation, okay? So does this make sense? There's a guy, I think it's all over the nation, there's a clothing dealer, it's Cy something, Sims, because it's our best customer is an educated customer, so that's not new, I stole that, but it's true, our best customer is an educated customer. In fact, I want to give you all this for free, all right? Everything that we've mentioned, I want you to have for free, and I'm going to show you how to do that. First of all, you have to write on that little sheet of paper that you have out in front of you is, are you serious? Okay? Answer that question, yes or no. Are you serious about today being the day you change your life and you get back or get involved, get first time? Everybody's kind of coming in and coming out of real estate. So you're either coming in, you're coming out, you're getting started, or you're coming back to it. You got a couple rentals or whatever. So I want to give you everything for free. So write down the answer to this question. Are you serious? Let me take a little sip of water. Are you serious about changing your life? And, you know, even $47 you don't want to pay. You want to see how to do it for free. Simply do one loan with any lender in our network. Now everybody's got $47 and everybody's got $47 room on their credit card. So, you know, you have to show me that you're for real. But simply do one loan with any lender in the network, okay? One loan, all right? Either you set it up as the wholesaler, or you borrow the money, or you help someone else borrow the money, or heck, just, you know, show somebody the directory and you guys go get a loan or they get a loan or something, and send us a copy of the check, or send me kind of the HUD, which is the closing statement, and I'll send you a check for $47. Is that fair enough? That seems pretty fair to me, and it's very, very simple. It's a straightforward, ethical kind of a inducement incentive to get some information about what you want to do to change your life. And if there is a loan that you do in the network, we will literally send you all of the money back, okay? So digitally delivered right to your desktop, $47 for this call only, reiwired.com/47, and it's instant digital delivery, all right? 813-425-5022 for the folks who, you know, are a little leery of the internet or whatever. You shouldn't be, but it's okay. If you have a question, we'll answer the question as well. So give us a call at 813-425-5022. I believe that's it. Let me see. Yeah. So I'm going to leave this up for a little bit so you guys can pay attention and or look at the reiwire.com/47 or 813-425-5022 while I answer a few questions. You guys okay with that? This is a very kind of a short webinar as they go these days. Trainings usually go about 90 minutes these days, so I've kind of got it done pretty quickly, so I got a little time to answer a few questions. And by the looks of things, there are still quite a few people on the line, over 300 to be exact, and there's quite a few questions that have come in during the presentation, but the presentation is kind of canned, and I can't really take time. The Dube Man is in the house. Dube Man is our in-house buyer, yeah, and mentor, so possibly you guys could get involved with him on REI Wired. Joe Doobie. You have some hard money lenders that you have in, okay, all right, don't tell anybody, guys, but I got to put my glasses on to read this little GoToWebinar thing. In Wisconsin, WI, right? Okay, that's Tony in Wisconsin. Yes, I believe in the bigger city. Yes, I can't for sure say we have the bigger cities in Wisconsin, but I'm pretty sure they are in the directory, Tony. So grab a copy and do a deal, and let's get your money back to you. No problem. That's why I jumped on the call. Joe Doobie is on the call. I've been a member with you in the past. Had a deal fall through in the process. Okay. I had a member with you in the past and didn't have any. I had a deal fall through in the process. They have updated. Absolutely, we've been updated. Everything has been updated. The hard money lenders directory gets updated every day. So there might, and this is, guys, you got to realize that the, a lot of guys, there were 50 hard money lenders in this town when in 2006 and 7 and 5 and 6 and 7. If there's 5, I'd be surprised. 95% of them went out of business, okay, because they just lent the wrong way, and then prices went up and then they went down, and people walked away from stuff because they couldn't get it sold because all the financing shut down. So, again, this has been a 2-year project to find out who the people are that are rising out of the ashes, who are, putting their toe back in the water, willing to take the risk only in their local market to lend money to you guys who are out there hitting the streets. Okay, somebody's sending me the email as Tony with the Wisconsin deal. You're right about 9-unit apartment complex, value of 300, owner property about selling 160. Okay, so I'm getting a description of a deal here, which is cool. Great one turnkey for the rehabber. How do you buy a property without a loan, especially when a person doesn't have any assets? Gary, that's all in all the wholesaling material. Let me give a quick lesson on wholesaling and assignments. In a wholesale transaction, what you need is a little bit of guts, Gary, and a little bit of willingness to get yourself educated. Go over that wholesaling information. There's $47 left. So just grab it. There's information there that will show you how to get a contract on real property and then sell or assign that contract to another investor. And then they close on it. They get the loan. You help them through your information. But one of the biggest misconceptions out there is that you need money to buy real estate. You don't need money. You need information. You need guts, chutzpah, you know this word? You need to get out there and make some offers and talk to some people and then get plugged in with the people in your town who understand what this. Good word, shenanigans. Self-storage unit under contract with a bank. Need 250. Again, Terry, we're trying to do single-family homes, but some of the lenders in the network do commercial stuff as well. But I know they all do single-family homes. What you learn by submitting to? What is good 100% in Cape Coral, Florida? Oh, Cape Coral, Florida has really gone down, Gary. So, you got to be looking at 50 cents on the dollar in Cape Coral. 50 cents on the dollar. 50 cents on today's retail values, which are way different than they used to be, okay? Do you know any 100% lenders in Phoenix, Arizona that acquired 7 different lenders and they all want 30 to 40% down payment? Rod, in Phoenix, you don't have a good enough deal. Let me pound on the table. Rod, in Phoenix, I'm not singling you out. I didn't use your last name. You don't have a good enough deal, all right? They won't need 30 or 40% down if the deal is better, okay? Everybody tries to put a round peg in a square hole. They try and get themselves, they try and tell look at, they come to me every day and say, this is a deal, Mike. This is a deal. Well, if that's such a deal, you put your own money in it, okay? Look, guys, you need to learn first what a deal is and let these hard money guys tell you, help you, show you what that hard money deal is, okay? Heck, even if you just present 10 deals to them, they get 10 no's. Look at the education you got, all right? Now, I'm not telling you to do that, and you hard money lenders don't write me and be mad at me for saying that, but think about it, guys. You could go out there and, they're going to at least let you do 2 or 3 so you start to get your bearings, right? Before they say, no, I'm not going to give you an answer because you're doing crazy deals. You're not doing your homework, right? So, guys, use the resources that you have, all right? All right. You know how to get hard money in Canada. Rob, I don't have that many in Canada. I think there may be a couple, but we're kind of got to do this, the U.S. Oh, you know what it looks like? I think Joe has been typing some answers here. That's good. Okay, I got a free and clear house, but they need financing for their business. Do you have a lender for this? Need 100K. Well, Rich, it depends how much they owe on the house and how much it's worth. But I will tell you, and this is very important, write this down, most of the hard money lenders that we deal with call these loans commercial loans, all right? These are business loans. They are almost a lot of times in some states not even real estate. Well, they're secured by real estate, but they're not real estate loans. They are commercial business loans to do the rehab. And so in that being the case, they do not lend, write this down, they do not lend on an occupied single-family home resident. I said that kind of funny, but residence, okay? They don't lend if you're living there, all right? This is for rehab, so check into that. I just did a deal with a hard money lender which is closing tomorrow. What kind of things do your lenders look for when lending? Anthony. They're looking at the deal, Anthony. They're not looking at anything else. They're looking at the deal, okay? Is it a deep enough discount that I won't get hurt if you goof up? Not in a mercenary way. I'm not saying you will, but you know, if you screw up everything and paint it wrong and take 6 months to get it done and can't get it financed and don't know how to sell anything, and you know, they end up with it back in a year that they won't lose money when they do it right and they sell it. Okay, that's what they're looking at. They're looking at the deal, all right? Yes, they're looking at your experience a little bit, and they're, you know, occasionally look at your credit, but most of the time they're looking at the deal. I'm in Pennsylvania. Who can I contact for hard money? Damo. It's in the directory, and I don't mean that, you know, in a flippant way, but for $47, grab it and go do the deal, and we'll get you the money back. Private money lenders in Florida, 65% loan to value. Do you know anyone? We know lots, Sharon, lots. And again, not to be facetious or flippant, but $47, grab it and let's rock and roll. Do you know lenders check my credit score? Natalie, Natalie. Occasionally they do, but it's only like the appraisal almost to put it in the file. If the deal sucks, you're not going to get the deal anyway. If the deal's great and the guy's like lending $30,000 on a $100,000 house or $40,000 on a $100,000 house, he's going to do it. So what do you got to get good at first? Okay? Remember that curveball I threw you about 40 minutes ago? That's what you got to do. You got to get a great deal. Everything flows from a deal. There's a saying, write this down. You get the deal first and the money second. Let me say it again. Write it down. You get the deal first and the money second. All right? The deal is the commodity for all you economics majors. The money is not the commodity. Even in today's market where money is scarce, the more valuable commodity is the undervalued real estate contract on a great piece of property, if that makes sense. A little economic speak there, but you get the idea. If you got a great deal, you're more in the driver's seat than the guy that's got a big checkbook, all right? Because he wants to lend on that, so he's safe, or he wants to buy it outright or have one of his buddies buy it outright if you got the deal, right? So the deal comes first, the money comes second. Can you borrow hard money if you are in Chapter 13? Not probably in Chapter 13 personally, and I'm not an attorney and I don't play one on television, so please don't write me, and I'm not giving you legal advice. Check with your lawyer, your Chapter 13 lawyer. But if you had a corporate entity that was buying the loan, you might be, you know, check into that. Ask your attorney about that. How many lenders do you say you have in Providence, Rhode Island, or Boston, Massachusetts? I have no idea. I mean, I really have to. If you don't do the 47, and you know, I don't know what to tell you at that point. Are there any hard money lenders that will do 100% rehab loan? Absolutely. I talked to one today in Philly. but it's got to be a smoking deal. You know, it's got to be a good deal. You're not going to get it on crap deals or marginal deals or close deals or, you know. That's why I want you to get experience with this, okay? I want you to get experience with the deal values, the values in your areas, and heck, the values are different today than they were in yesteryear or just a couple days ago or a couple months ago, a couple years ago for sure. So, and they fluctuate. So it's real world today values, and that takes some getting after and takes some learning and takes some getting to know. So get out there and do it, all right? Are there hard money lenders in Tennessee? Can't seem to find one no matter how hard I looked. Chris, look in our directory. Again, I'm not doing that. Somebody's looking at our site on Rehab List. Rehab List, the listing service TAD is down right now, but we are working on that diligently right now. Sorry. Came in late. Is there any support for the call? Oh, for California, I'm sorry. Is there any support for California? Absolutely. Probably the biggest state we have hard money lenders in is California, second only to Florida and Arizona, so and Nevada. So yes, California is very well represented. Do you have any commercial hard money lenders in Houston, Texas? Some of our guys are commercial lenders in different cities, but again, we focus on single-family homes. That's what I learned. I'm not a big commercial guy. I made it big on little deals, if one of my mentors would say. Made it big on little deals, you know, a lot of houses. Big, so, is it realistic to do these days with hard money lenders in Southern California? Yeah, absolutely, Rich. I mean, a lot of people, it's different, you know, it's harder there. It's the price structure. You know, I always say that this all works in about 85-90% of the country, and you know, some of that 10% is Southern Cal a little bit, but the Inland Empire and, you know, areas that would model the Inland Empire are areas where you have to go on the outskirts. You know, you can't go by the beaches in San Diego or the beaches in the Manhattan Beach. You got to go inland a little bit to the small towns, and that's where you can do deals. All right, where the service personnel live, and you know, people that, you know, they can't afford to live in those beautiful areas. So yes, but you gotta work. You know, in Southern California it's harder. I will admit. Mike, can you do any types of real estate deals or just single? Can you do any types of real? Anthony, you can do any deal, but I would suggest starting in single. If you're asking the question, then you need to start in single family homes. I think it's crazy for people to start out in big apartment complexes and stuff. Sure, you can graduate to that. Why not? But you know, start in single-family homes. The numbers are identical. You know, it has to cash flow. You have to fix everything. Always has to be fixed up a little bit. There's always repair costs, cost to cure they call it. There's always holding costs. There's always repair costs. So you cut your teeth without such a huge risk. And you know, not in a mercenary way again for the poor hard money lenders who are probably going to send me a lot of emails. But if you guys goof up, you know, they're going to take the house from you. And no harm, no foul. You know, I mean, don't do that, please. But you know, it's again, if you got grandma's money in there, grandma lost her retirement. Okay, hard money lender, he's a big boy. Okay, and if you guys are, you know, first of all, he's not going to let you in unless you got it right, and second of all, he's going to get on you to get it done. So I shouldn't talk that way. Tanya from Maryland, unable to complete the online order form. Tanya, just call 813-425-5022. That's 813-425-5022. They'll help you out. Tanya is unable to complete the online order form. Dave, please check that out. You said hard money loans are cash deals. I was told that loans are, and REO banks look at hard money loans as loans. Can you please elaborate on this? Well, you know, it's a technicality, but if you are there is, in a loan scenario going into an REO buy, Fadi, a contingency in the contract, and that contingency is that the deal or the transaction is contingent upon the loan being approved, and the loan can't be approved until it gets signed by the bank. If you're a pre-approved hard money loan customer, you already have the cash if you get the deal, all right? So it's a technicality, but yes, you are a cash buyer. I'm not interested in rehabs, but I am interested in note buying and flipping. Is this program, this approach? Yes, this is absolutely, I've made my full-time living for 25 plus years flipping houses, Steve. So yes, this is absolutely about flipping. And note flipping is, I've done many times. My company was founded on some note flips. Yeah, note flips are the next incarnation of your job or your flipping career. How do I get into this directory? Just got on the call. reiwired.com/lenders, Damo. reiwired.com/lenders. All right. Or just send us an email at support@reiwired or support@rehab hard money. Please contact me privately. I have a commercial deal that is bigger than both of us. I know, Steve, Sean, but like I said, I'm just a single-family home guy. Are there any hard money lenders in the San Francisco Bay Area in your book? Alvin, I'm not 100% sure, but as I mentioned to the other guy in Southern Cal, most probably the deals you're going to want to do in San Francisco, a lot of them are going to be outside the urban core of San Francisco, but it's possible. Will you finance condos, Kat or Kathleen? They will occasionally, but 95% of the time, no. It's single-family, standalone homes. Can they fund commercial stuff in Canada? I doubt it. Mike, I am brand new and I've been reading all different ways of making money, and obviously I will need a hard money lender. Do you have one in your network for Las Vegas, Nevada area? Absolutely. It's one of the biggest areas. Hector, it's one of the biggest areas for hard money lenders and for deals going on right now. Pound the table, Mike. Okay. Ant, I won't do it again, sorry. Dayton, Ohio, how willing are lenders and who are some of them? Well, again, for 47, I'm going to give you the 47 back. Grab a hold of that, Jordan, or excuse me, Quentin. How do you know what the wholesale value is in a particular property? What services can we use to find that? Write this down. Geez, my mind is drawing a blank here. You can go to Zillow or your courthouse, but RealQuest.com. It's about $50 to $100 a month per county, but it's good stuff. reiwired.com/47 just takes me to a page which does not mention hard money. You just need Joe. You need to scroll down. You'll see all the bonuses and everything, but that's the correct page, Joe, at reiwired.com/47. That's the correct page. Dave, could you check that out for Joe, please? Will any of these guys offer a non-recourse loan on a self-directed IRA purchase? Will any of these guys offer a non-recourse loan on a self-directed IRA purchase? What you're asking is kind of two different questions. One is assuming that they're lending money from an IRA, which they may not be, okay? And when you say offer a non-recourse loan, some of them, I mean, they're going to try and tie you up some way, but so it might not be 100% non-recourse. But if you're asking Kathleen if they would help lend your money out, probably, absolutely. But I don't think you'd want it to be non-recourse. But Anyway, that's far beyond the scope of this webinar, Kathleen. Send us an email. Maybe we can help you out. What is the typical hard money loan cost beyond points and interest? Fadi asks. There's the normal closing cost. That's about it. The loan closing cost and the real estate loan closing cost. See, if you're a cash buyer and you have your own money, you don't have to have any loan closing costs, okay? But there are loan closing costs, which is usually a double title policy. In other words, the lender gets a title policy and the buyer gets a title policy. Now, if you were a cash buyer and you didn't have a lender, you wouldn't need that second title policy. So there's some extra cost to do a loan, but it's the loan costs, not the in the regular real estate closings. Just called and left my phone number. Question. I am on the membership inventory force for 97. Do I qualify for this program? Nelson, you do absolutely qualify for this program, but you got to get the directory, and then you won't need the free trial, so you'll just have the 97. So just grab the directory, Nelson, and they won't put you in the other. Who are the hard money lenders in Pennsylvania? You know, I'm not the kind of guy that says, you know, that it's in the directory, but it's in the directory. Sorry. Anybody want a loan? Hard money to buy foreclosure auction. Bernice, that's a little harder to set up, but it does happen. And you have to get a little further involved with the lender and have a better relationship with them, okay? But it does happen. That's why I tell you to get involved with hard money lenders and your real estate investment lenders in your neighborhood, because it'll help you. Numerous vacant homes in the downtown Dayton. I need a local hard money lender. Any suggestions? Give me a freebie. Quentin, I appreciate your enthusiasm, but Dayton is a great town, and if you get in the right neighborhoods, believe me, these guys will lend into those deals. They will lend into those deals. Tanya in Maryland is unable again to complete the form, and no one is answering the phone. I really want to purchase this program. Tanya Miller. Tanya, according to these text messages they're sending me, the thing is swamped. Please just call back. No worries, just call back. Let me check again. Yeah, they are swamped. I'm checking my text messages on my phone. So Tanya, I won't give your last name, but please just call back and keep trying the form. The form is kind of jammed a little bit itself. How do I get it, Dave? Just reiwired.com/47 or 813-425-5022. There's only 3 operators right now, so it's probably jammed up. So if you did leave a message, they will call you back. This isn't really a wholesaling question, but will a hard money loan be good for Bank of America short sale that you need to hold 30 days before reselling? David, that's actually a really good question, David. And yeah, you could get a hard money loan and hold it for 30 days before reselling. Sure, absolutely. Do you know anyone that can help with the down payment? Terry, in this circumstances or these circumstances, there is no down payment really. We're going to buy the whole thing cash, all right? If there's a down payment scenario, then you're getting a regular loan, and no, this does not apply, okay? Link is not working. Dave, I hope you're on this, please. Question for Mike. Can this work in a property listed with a realtor so then I can assign to a cash buyer? Yes, Galen, this is exactly what wholesaling is, okay? Gaynell. This property, so that a property can be assigned to a cash buyer. Yes, that's exactly what we do. You don't even need to get a loan if you got a cash buyer. Okay, the link is working again. Thanks, guys. How often are the lists updated and downloaded? Well, it's updated every day, but probably every week they give you a new list. That's Aresh. Didn't know if I needed to raise my hand first. I really wasn't. It really wasn't a wholesale, but a hard money loan would be a good fit for bank. Yeah, we answered that. Mike, I'm a big fan. Thank you very much. Is that 10% where hard money? Nah, not too many 10% loans. I'm actually working on it, Dave. I'm trying to get 10% hard money out of a venture fund for, I mean, I could go into this, but it's pretty big, pretty entailed, but I think there's just so many properties out there. Now, don't quote me yet because we're working on this deal, but I'm working on getting that money. Would they lend on undervalued, vacant, commercial, recreational development land in the U.S. in any state in the country? Baldwin, no. I hate to put it in a very bluntly, Baldwin, but no, they're not going to lend on it. Hi, Mike. Tanya's in. Thank you, Tanya. Thanks for keeping me updated. Does this work in Brooklyn, Queens, New York City that you're aware of? Dave, let me tell you, that would be maybe one of the other areas that it would be difficult, okay? Like Southern California, those two areas, it gets a little dicey. You've got to get out in the suburbs. You've got to get out in areas that are, it's a definite maybe, Dave. I can't give you a yes or no on that. It was a definite maybe. The rest of the country, you guys whacked me with Southern Cal and NYC, and those are tough. Those are tough. I have talked with a hard money lender in the past, and they wouldn't work with us because of a lack of liquidity in our bank account. Will this be a problem in the future? Chris, again, it's changing every day, and it's becoming, again, more deal-driven. Can you imagine during the nuclear winter of the banking debacle where guys with the cash were king? They were only lending in the very, very safe situations. That's loosening up now, okay? So you can definitely get in, and it's a little bit of work, and the lender directory is a good start, so jump in. Mike, I've been getting your emails for over a year, and thank you. This is the best offer you've made. I've made my purchase. Looking forward to learning from you. Kevin in Peoria. Kevin, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Mike, I can't find any hard money in Imperial Valley, California. I see private money guys making a killing, yet everywhere I call them, they won't touch Imperial Valley since El Centro has the highest unemployment in the nation. Is this market impossible to work? Let me tell you something about anything in California. If it's I don't know the areas that well, but I would actually believe that an area of unemployment in California is a great area, and you're going to find better deals. Tad, I would look for better deals, okay? Literally, just, they're not working with you because you don't have a good enough deal, okay? Let me pound the table again. Get a better deal, please. Guys, I'm actually stretched this webinar to almost past what the normal webinar is from the questions. Can't complete your website form on the website. Steve, please call 813-425-5022 and they will help you out, or you'll get it. The thing is kind of jammed up. This is like the guy said from Peoria, Steve, or whatever. This is the best offer we've ever made simply because we're trying to grow the network, and we've got a lot of people trying to sign up all at once. So please bear with us and leave your information, Steve, and we'll get you. Will hard money lenders fund duplexes? Good question, Chris. Duplexes are good. 1 to 4 units, guys. That would be considered kind of a single-family homes. And in some areas, duplexes are good. They're actually built that way up north, and different urban metropolitan cities in the north and northeast and Midwest. They're built as duplexes. But the ones that are converted and a big mess, not so much, not so good. We are looking for residential development construction loan. What is the loan to value? Will, we don't do residential development construction loan. Nobody does. We are down and dirty in the streets, finders of distressed real property, single-family homes, because we can buy them, 40-50% less than you can build them, and then they rehab them, and just not our business, Will. I really apologize for that. Just not our business. Bob, will any hard money lenders do a bulk purchase from banks, 25 to 35 cents on the market value? Bob, you're going to have a little bit better relationship than a straight loan, a straight like one transaction. And what ends up happening in the larger bulk purchases is that, a hard money lender and other big players realize that you're going to make money on 30%, or 35%. You're going to break even on 35%. You're going to lose money on 35%. It's just the way it is, from holding time and costs and everything. So it's a great deal, but it's not going to happen in the regular structured hard money environment. You got to have more of a they're $100 million minimum, well, $10 million minimum. Yeah, Bob, that's not us. That's not our business. We help the average guy and go out there and do a hard money deal. Question on non-recourse loan with someone with an IRA who wants to do a rehab in their IRA. It can only be with a non-recourse loan. Do any of the hard moneyers lend that? Depends how deep a discount the deal is, okay? That's a good question, Nado, N-A-E-D-O. And again, I'm not a lawyer nor an accountant, nor do I work for any IRA companies. But if you had a deep enough discount, it would be my educated guess that you could get a non-recourse loan. Yes. But again, it's all about the relationship and explaining what you're doing. Purchase directory can't get the username and password provided. Sharon. Just 813-425-5022 and bear with them, or 813-425-2030, Sharon. That's customer service on the other side of the hall. Please, they'll check it out for you. Just got all the info. Do I need to download the info right away, or can I come back later with everything? Jeremiah. Jeremiah, no problem. Come back later. Just bookmark it on your website there. It'll be in your email. Star your email. Make sure you don't lose that email so you can know where to come back to. That happens to a lot of our customers where they get their stuff and then they don't know where to go back to and they call customer service. You can always call customer service, but just bookmark it, Jeremiah, and so you know where to come back to. And no, you don't need to download it at all. It's streamed by us, so you're good. Okay, thanks. Thanks, by the way, and welcome. Can't log on to Rehabbing for Fun and Profits, Gil. Gil, send the customer service, and Gil, guys that are monitoring this, Dave and Joe and Renee, please get the buyer Gil, find out about Rehabbing for Fun and Profits. I guess he can't get on. It looks like you can only access the info online for 10 days for $47. I thought it was going to be, okay, let me clear that up, Kathleen. The information that, all of the information with the exception of the trial for REI Wired, you will have forever. It will always be yours. Wholesaling houses for a living, all the hard money stuff, confessions of a wholesaler, internet bandit signs, Rehabbing for Fun and Profits. That's yours for keeps forever, and you'll always be able to access it. The 47 is the inside of REI Wired. Now, the inside of REI Wired also has Joe and myself and a bunch of other educators in there on the forums. So if you want to continue with that, that's you know, you can continue with that. But yes, you get to keep everything else. All right. It's just all the 200 other educators. If you don't get involved with REI Wired, then that will go away after 10 days. So you get a free trial. That's what you get. I have been, I had a friend just call me and told me about this course, and he just filed Chapter 7, should he buy the course? Again, I'm not an attorney, and Chapter 7, Sean, it doesn't have a lot to do with wholesaling houses and flipping houses. You can flip a house, and it's like having a job and make some money and maybe help pay your bankruptcy, okay? So that's not really an issue. Credit or lack of credit does not stop someone from flipping a house. Right? Do you have materials that provide the logistics on obtaining, structuring, and repaying private money to the investors and the loans and the money you loan? Also, hard money lenders want skin in the game. They typically want 35%. Isn't that the down payment? That's a lot of questions there, Marty. And we will have, if you keep an eye out on your email, Marty, and if you want, we will send you some information about exactly your private money information that you're looking for, okay? We do help private money lenders lend their money out, and we do educate them and the borrowers. So, yes, we can do that for you. And as far as the skin in the game, again, I will have an interview series coming up, and you will have real-life hands-on touching guys who don't require skin in the game. It's all about building that relationship, talking to the right people, talking to more people, and there are some out there that do, though, so you got to know where to go. Are there hard money lenders in North Carolina? Barbara, I'm not 100% sure of the number in North Carolina, but I know there are. Mike, this is Tanya again. Do you provide cash buyers list with this course? No, but we show you how to build a cash buyers list, Tanya, in Wholesaling Houses for a Living and Confessions of a Wholesaler. Just purchased my kit. Chris, Mike, I am a member of REI Wire, just bought this course and don't want to be billed twice. Gil, no problem. I already have you a very unique name, and no one will, customer service will be on that. Okay, no problem. Todd says, thanks, already paid subscription fee. Do hard money lenders lend only in the areas that they live, or do they also lend outside the state? Great question, Baldwin. Again, my big passion is to, the hard money lenders in the local area, but you just have to ask them. Wholesaling Houses for a Living user and password name are not working. Eric. Customer service, Eric, is swamped, and it's just give it a minute, okay? Really, to be honest with you. When this happens, we get so many people hitting the site that it just goes a little bonkers, so just give it a minute. We have the best technical people in the world, literally, and it will be okay. And you really shouldn't have to have a password for Wholesaling Houses for a Living, but I'll have customer service. Eric with a K, guys. I won't mention his last name, but I'll leave this up. Dave, please leave this up so we can go through these technical issues. Okay, can you do transactional funding? How much do you guys charge for A to B transaction? Well, that's a great question, but it's a little bit beyond the scope of this presentation. But I can refer you, if you go call customer service or email customer service, we'll get you a hard money or a transactional lender, the best in the country. We work with them very regularly, and we'll get that deal done for you. And it's usually 2%, 1.5% to 3%. So like the average is 2 to 2.5%. But don't quote me. It's close to that. Want a lender that will lend for a short time without putting in any of my money, Mary. Yes, that's what this is about, Mary. That's exactly what I'm looking for, an IRA purchase. How deeply discounted? I have a unit worth $210 under contract for $126. Will they loan on this? When you say unit, if it's a condo unit, you're probably going to get some grief, Kathleen. But it's better to be a single-family home, and that would be not quite 60%, so that's not deep enough. Not for what you're talking about. For a non-recourse loan, for a guy to lend out that kind of dough, non-recourse, you've got to steal it. And if it's a condo, you might as well just forget about it. So remember, do some deals. Before you do a deal in your IRA, Kathleen, please, again, I'm not an attorney and I'm not an accountant, but before you do a deal in your IRA, flip a couple houses, talk to flip them to an investor, and then when you finally do that, you want the home runs in your IRA, the home runs, okay? That's not a home run, Kathleen. Buying something for 126 that's worth 210 is not a home run. That's not even average in today's marketplace. And if it's a condo, forget about it. I'm sorry to be blunt, but it's true. I purchased your program. Thank you very much for the deal. Follow-up question. Can I get money? This is Gay Lynn again, Gay Nell. Can I get money from a hard money lender to purchase from a realtor in a back-to-back transaction, or will that hold the property for a set period of time? My intent is not to hold the property. And that's what hard money is about. That's exactly what it's about. But there's a little bit more hoops to jump through in the back-to-back closings and that kind of stuff. But that's a hard money lender or a transactional lender, which the other gentleman was asking about. Tad, thanks, buddy. For those of you who don't know, REI Wire is the best site for real estate info, hands down. Awesome, priceless videos, and worth for the free trial. And I didn't even ask for that. Thanks, Ted. I will sign up to get all the info, additional bonuses promised for the first 20 people. Yeah, I'm sure you probably got in, Kathleen. If not, I'll make an exception for you because you're such a diligent. I got to go, guys. Really, it's people are going to want to. Can I still purchase this on Friday? Don't tell anybody, but if you're on the phone call this late, there's going to be a replay, and you can do it then. That would be Barbara, I think. All right, I got to go, guys, because this recording might have run out already, and then we can't send it to anyone else. Good night. Thank you. 2.5%. Yeah, so I got that right. Is this tape missed the beginning? Yes, Julie, we will send a replay. If this has been, you're on the phone this late, it's okay for me to tell you, yes, there will be a replay. Got through to wholesaling houses for a living. Thanks, Eric. I knew you would. Okay, Tanya. Thank you, Tanya. All right, that's the end of the questions, and that's the end of me. Gang, thank you very much. I appreciate all your help, all your questions. It really kind of made my night, actually. And let's rock and roll with this thing. We'll talk to you soon.